Well, ladies and gentlemen, today is a very interesting update for fans of the Night Gallery. Now, for people who have been following my podcast channel, I've been trying my best to show numerous tributes to the series, a 1970s classic, released by NBC Universal, talking about the key episodes. Now, in recent days, I talked about the After Hours tour book, the compendium that was written by Scott Skelton and Jim Benson. I still consider it one of the best books of its kind of the last 25 years. Now, this has not been what I call a secret, but some of the participants in that original book have joined together with other caretakers of the Night Gallery, legacy to work towards a book called Rod Serling's Night Gallery: The Art of Darkness. Now, the book in itself will be a tribute and a celebration of the artwork that was used to introduce each of the individual segments, not only just the episodes, but the segments of the series, which ran in pilot form in the late 1960s with three seasons. First season's 4-in-1, second season hour standalone, and third season half-hour episodes. Showrunner Jack Laird, majority of scripts written by Rod Serling. Now, on to Rod Serling's Night Gallery: The Art of Darkness. I'm going to read you what they have said, and it's quite exciting if you're a big fan like I am. And it's exciting for me on a personal level because I've started a Facebook friendship with one of the writers of the original book, Scott Skelton, who's also part now of our New Brunswick Independent Authors Association. Even though he's not from New Brunswick, his work in the original book has been kind of looked up to through the years by journalists in New Brunswick, the Maritimes, and Eastern Canada as one of the most solid efforts that have impacted entertainment writing in the Maritimes. Very similar to the Facts series of writers, FAQ, the paperback series that has been very popular over the past decade. So I'm going to read you what's been written. Welcome to the Art of Darkness. For those of you who have been patiently following our progress, this book cumulates a 25-year journey for authors Scott Skelton, Jim Benson, and publisher Taylor White of Creature Features. With the support of Universal Studios, original series crew members, and principal artist Thomas J. Wright, we have collected all of the original Night Gallery paintings into one massive volume for the first time. Assembling this epic tome took us on a long and daunting expedition around the globe to locate and professionally photograph as many of the existing paintings as could be unearthed. At present, only two original paintings remain in NBC Universal's first-rate archives, while the remaining 100 were borrowed, rented, stolen, or otherwise relocated. Thus began our epic archaeological dig to unearth the rest, a tall order even the age of the internet. The nearly 300-page book is brimming with hundreds of rare, behind-the-scenes photos and artwork. It documents each of the paintings and traces the complicated and often twisted tale of how these iconic masterpieces slowly disappeared from view, only to find their way back, lovingly displayed in two gallery exhibits for appreciative connoisseurs 50 years later. Your number one question is undoubtedly, when will the book be released? At the moment, the book in question is 1 week away from the licensing department at NBC Universal for final review, and this was announced on May 20th, so by the end of the month. Following that, it travels to our printer in Asia for 3 months of proofing, printing, and binding, followed by a month's sea voyage back to the docks in Long Beach, and a future. Let me put this together. To our warehouse in Sierra Madre. With luck and good fortune, the long wait will be over as quick as you can say trick or treat, so that refers to the fact it will be probably out before Halloween 2020. Until then, this is referring to the Facebook site. We hope you'll join us every Wednesday as we continue to lift the veil on this monumental undertaking, celebrating the 50th anniversary of Rod Serling's macabre creation and the artistic of Tom Wright and Jaroslav Gieber. Now, the Facebook site in question is called Rod Serling's Night Gallery, The Art of Darkness. There's quite a bit of information and repeats or representations of the artwork. Now, I've seen the front cover, and you can see the photo there. I think one of the most important ones, in my view, is the caterpillar, and that is the key one for me because to me the caterpillar is the best episode of the Night Gallery, and it's the most chilling. Now, I'm 54. I've been a fan of the Night Gallery right after the pilot movie. I saw it first run in Canada a number of years ago, and it still resonates with me because I think one of the main reasons I became an entertainment reporter is because I wanted to study the motivations of what allows somebody to create not only the writing of the Night Gallery or the presentation, but the artwork. I don't know of any other series where artwork has been presented as a key plot point, or like it was almost like a front cover to a book, and here's the front cover. Now, some of the paintings I really didn't understand, and that's why I'm hoping the book will explain. Some are straightforward, while others are more motivated. And with the Night Gallery paintings, it wasn't your typical artistic size. It would differ in presentations. Some were pure vertical, some pure horizontal. In one of the paintings, Rod Serling makes a guest appearance. Some were based on universal classics like Dracula. Anyway, and Night Gallery people more and more are discovering the series, not only because everybody's stuck in the house because of COVID and have to watch. It should have received a better reception, especially the second season. The pilot movie, a lot of people watched it. I know it was a regular showing on late night for what do you call packages back in the day. But season two especially, some a lot of good work there. And Scott Skelton and Jim Benson's book, The After Hours Tour, I plugged it in the previous podcast. I would suggest you reading that book as a taste of what you would see in the book. There's no indication what the distribution was like. It will be like. I would expect it's going to be a limited print run, like first printing. I don't know what the price range would be, but it'd be well worth it because to finally have the Bible of the Night Gallery. See, we have the individual passages in the movie, but we don't have the Bible of the Night Gallery. The paintings. The paintings are the Bible, and a lot of tears and chills will be shed, or what do you call it, shaken, when this comes out. To me, in my estimation, if I had $10 million, I would have put all this money together to make this book, and this is the only book that I really want to see. I've seen a lot of great books. I've seen a lot of. I always thought like for example, Ken Dryden wrote a book called The Game about the Montreal Canadiens. I waited for that book for 4 years after he retired. I waited for this book. Well, it'll be 50 years now. You know, so to those people, I'm one of your customers. I think a half century is enough of a wait. I really, really am looking forward to this. I give all salutations to all their participants, Mr. Skelton, Mr. Benson, everybody else. To me, it's just amazing. It will be amazing reception, and it will put Night Gallery on a more of a pedestal than it's already here now, because most writers like me look at the Night Gallery as the word or the scripts in Night Gallery were the power, and the directors, the actors, John Astin, Leonard Nimoy, Badham, everybody else, and we've lost a lot of Night Gallery actors in the last decade, Aubergine, a few others. So the book will be a celebration, almost like a tribute to those actors we lost. Some are still living, like Joanna Pettit, a few others. It has been 50 years ago, and I know if Ross Martin was still alive, Leonard Nimoy was still alive, said, "Listen, I'll buy this book." So if you have a chance in October, if you're listening to this in October, try to find to buy the book. Put down whatever it's going to be, $49.95, $100. It's money well spent. Money well spent. And like I said, it will be a legacy forever. So in this Wednesday COVID, we wish everybody peace and happiness. And if you have a chance, go on my podcast, see all the different, what I call my breakdowns of the Night Gallery episodes. I think I have about 25 or 30 now. I'm going to continue as we get closer to the Night Gallery book being released. I might do more just on the paintings. I don't know much about the legacy of what happened to certain paintings because that's not my expertise. I can only talk about the episodes. But I know one thing for sure. I've never heard rumors of seeing them in any Canadian locations. There have been mostly U.S., and I'd like to know a little bit about that. It's sort of like we say in Canada legend, whatever happened to the Friendly Giant and Mr. Dress Up paraphernalia? I know it's a weird juxtaposition, but Night Gallery was very important to the U.S. over of fans of the show, and that was the key part. A lot of Canadian icons of these shows have disappeared quite a bit. Anyway, so wish everybody again good evening, and make sure to get out those Night Gallery DVDs as preparation for this book, the book of 2020, probably the most important book of 2020 that hasn't been released yet. You quote them.